All right, hey team, welcome to our team call. It's our post-summit call. It's always such an amazing call. Ooh, Amber's got that yellow coffee. She is ready to go. I have a lot of information, or she's got hydrate, but I'm going to go with it's yellow coffee because what else would you be drinking at like 8:30 at night? It only makes sense. I had a lot of information to throw at you guys. Now, if you went to Summit, sorry, not sorry. You're going to hear about this stuff all over again, but I do not apologize because most of you probably have not heard any of this information because only for my girls around so far that went. So let's go over a couple of things. I've got videos to show you guys. How many of you guys saw the promo videos for like the new programs coming? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so I have videos to show you guys. Janet's like, I did, but Janet, we were at Super Saturday, so that makes sense. We were at Summit. So I'm just gonna go over, I have like a bunch of stuff to go over. So first off, Live for promo, it ends on 7/31. All of the packages are $10 off until the end of July. Now, don't be one of those people like, oh, it's June 27th. I'm not going to hit Success Club this month, so I'm just going to push everybody off till next month. We don't play. You hit Success Club. It's like, yeah, we don't play. So don't be that person. Start helping your people. If they sign up as a coach, they get to be in Joel's test group. And then I just read in the Coach Online office under the breaking news, the B4L4, you can now access them on your Roku and iOS devices. I was super excited. I was like, oh, crap, I use a Fire TV. So I may have to put my Roku upstairs until that happens. So now you can access them on Roku and iOS devices, the B4L4. Joel is doing a live workout this Saturday. Y'all need to be promoting the heck out of this. Ember's done a great job. She's created an event for it. She's been posting about it. So make sure you guys are talking about it. So it's at noon. It's FAQ 7530. It'll be streaming on Beachbody, Facebook Live, on Instagram Live, and on the Team 411 Live as well. Joe will be on there answering questions. You may get a shout out, but anybody can join. Coaches, non-coaches, potential customers. Like, this is a great way for people to preview the workout and see what he's all about. So make sure you guys are talking that up. Again, that is this Saturday at noon Eastern. This Saturday. It's the 30th. Joe, why are you giving me that look? Joe's like, it's this Saturday, right? Jill, now you're making me. No, it's at 8 Pacific, 9, 10. You're right. I'm sorry. Freaking time zones. It is at 11. I apologize, guys. The time zones really throw me off. It's at 11. Thanks, Jill. Thanks for that. It's in your Coach Breaking News, y'all. You should be looking at this over in your Coach Breaking News, but go to FAQ 7530. All right, this is also the last month to earn your Success Club prize, which we'll talk about on the new Success Club promo going on here in a second. But this month, it's a webinar with Rachel Hollis, which is the girl from Wash Your Face. It's Ashley's girl crush. Pretty sure if she like met her in real life, she would faint. So last couple days. So let's talk about the changes to Success Club. So this actually, I found out in Mexico, but I couldn't share with you guys until it was released at Summit. Prizes are going away every single month. So the prizes, instead of getting a book or a bobblehead or a tank top, the prizes will get better the more you hit Success Club. So they thought about waiting until January of 2019 to start, but they said, why not start in July? So July until December, the first month you hit Success Club, you'll earn a Beachbody hat. The third time you hit Success Club, you'll earn a tank top. And they don't have to be consecutive. So say you hit Success Club in July, whatever happens in September, then you hit October, November, you'll earn that tank top. If you earn it 6 months in a row, you'll get a duffel bag. The duffel bag looks really sweet. And these prizes start all over again every single year. So basically, you get the better rewards with the more that you hit Success Club. And they're exclusive to just Success Club. So if you see somebody walking around with the hat and you're like, oh, I want that hat. Too bad you can't buy it. You got to earn it. So I know. Did you like what I did there? So that is going to be starting in July, guys. Okay. So we talked about that. We talked about that. And now we're gonna be sharing the screen a lot. We're gonna talk about something else that they're doing in July. I'm super, super excited. Share screen. Jill, you're my person. Can you see this? Yeah. Okay. So this is something that they're doing in July, and I'm so happy I read the FAQ because I about had a heart attack when they announced this. I told Jill, I was like, you gotta be kidding me. So, and I'll tell you why in a second. So in the month of July, it's called Beat Your Best. Does anybody like medals? Like, do you like to have the stuff and you like to win the things? If you're on my team, don't be afraid to raise y'all's hand. Come on now, guys. Thank you. I think some of you are lying to yourselves. I'm just saying. So there are 2 ways that you can earn medals in the month of July. So the first one is by beating your best Success Club by at least 1 point, you'll earn a bronze medal. So if you've never hit Success Club before and you hit Success Club next month, guess what? You automatically get the bronze medal. Exciting, right? Yeah. Okay. And you have to hit Success Club. So if your best has been SC2 and you get SC4, you have to at least qualify and hit Success Club 5. If you beat your best by 5 points, you get the silver medal. So if you've hit Success Club 5 in the past and you get 10, you get the silver medal. If you earn 10 points more than any Success Club you've ever earned before, you get a gold medal. So this is why I freaked out. My best month, I hit SC87. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. I hit SC88. That's a lot of people. Well, then I went and read the FAQ. It started July 2017 until July 2018. I was like, yes. And then I went and searched, and my best Success Club was 47 throughout those months. So still got that going for me. But I'm not afraid. I'm going all in. So this, guys, this is going to be fun. This is a way, and if you guys just hopped on, please make sure to mute yourself. That way there's no background noise. So this is a great way to earn some medals and help your coaches. Now, the second way to earn a medal is to earn the star medal. It'll say Team Beachbody on it. So say in the past you've had one of your PS coaches hit Success Club, and next month you have 2 coaches that hit Success Club, you also earn this medal as well. So again, if you guys haven't noticed, there's a strong emphasis on Success Club. I'm not the only one that talks about it. And this is FAQ 2775 if you want to learn more information about it. While I have this up, we're just going to run through the things that I have up. Coming in September, you can get certified in 2B Mindset, just like you can get certified to teach a program in the gym. You can get certified in 2B Mindset. There's more coming in on it later. You can go to FAQ 1081 or go to 2bmindsetcertification.com. All of this is in your breaking news, by the way, if I'm going really quickly. So that's exciting. I know I'm going to be doing it because it doesn't obviously make you certified in a nutritional thing, but you're going to be legit and you're going to know what you're talking about. So I'm definitely doing it. I'm pretty freaking excited about it. Okay. Talked about that. We talked about that. We talked about that. All right, guys, let's talk about some other things that are happening that they announced at Summit. So one of the other things that they announced, or we're gonna watch a video on it, is Shift Shop is getting new and improved. And it's getting a new re-release in October. Shift Shop came out when it was in that weird phase of bod for everybody, but nothing got released with it. So it didn't have what it should have had. And so they're doing it again. So we're gonna watch this promo video so you guys can see it. And this is FAQ 820. Okay. Can you guys hear this?
Get over it. That's what I'm talking about. Get better. Get better. Welcome to the Shift Shop Proving Grounds. Come on. We made some changes to the Shift Shop. Now you're going to start with 2 new introductory week workouts to get familiar with the moves before we kick off week 1. Push. Come on, get low, get low, get low. And then it's 3 weeks of pushing inside the shop as we take our workout time up by 10 minutes a week to keep you pushing for results. Every workout is a new opportunity to get leaner, stronger, and faster, and to show yourself that anything is possible. That's it. Come on. This is your moment. And then we end each week at the Proving Grounds, where I test your skills to take you to the next level. Beat the Proving Grounds. Prove it. Let's go. Each week, the last 2 days are now challenge-based workouts to test your speed, strength, and agility against the clock. Get better. Take it to the next level. That's it. So you're not only losing weight and getting strong, you'll see real performance improvements. And don't think I'm just going to sit here and watch, because we only get better together. I'll be working hard to beat my own scores right alongside with you each week. So let's all be the proof of what's possible for you make the shift.
Prepare for the Shift Shop with 2 short prep workouts. Then it's the Proven 3-week program with 2 new Proven Ground workouts. This incredible 3-week powerhouse is only available on Beachbody On Demand, coming this fall. Contact your Team Beachbody coach to learn more.
So that's going to be pretty exciting that they're doing it, redoing it. And I'm pretty excited about the Proving Grounds. It makes you like just kind of like push yourself a little bit more. You have a little bit more to work for. So that'll be coming in October. The other thing that they released about coming in, they didn't give us a definite date. It's coming in September. And Amber, I don't know if you found or saw this. They're releasing a pumpkin spice Shakeology, and it's vegan flavor. This is limited, y'all. 14 packets. It's going to be $75. You do get your coach discount, so whatever, the 25% off of that. But it is limited. So I don't care if you don't like pumpkin spice. I do not like pumpkin spice, but I know every single person that wears their Ugg boots and their high buns and has their coffee cups, they like pumpkin spice and they go nuts like come July wanting it. If you are not talking about this, you will be missing a huge mark in your business. Jill and I talked about this. It's limited. It will sell out. I guarantee you it will sell out on its first day. Also, it's FAQ 1031. You get people to try Shakeology for the first time and they love it and they're super bummed that it's gone. Guess what? You can hook them up with a vanilla bag and you can teach them how to make a pumpkin spice flavored Shako. Jill does that every single fall. This is a great way to introduce people to Shakeology. So it's going to be 14 packets. It's going to be $75. Yeah, I know. It's only available in the US. So my Canadian coaches, I know a girl, her name is Ashley. I can hook you up. There's no limit on how many they can order. It's obviously not HD because they can't get it again. So we will start talking about this in like August on how we can promo this. But I have a feeling this is going to be big. And if they release it at like midnight, like they have been, like I already have planned like Energize at like 2 a.m. and like inputting orders because it will sell out. So that is coming in September. FAQ 1031. Now, this was the big thing. So Beachbody turns 20 this year or next year, and they announced the newest workout. If you guys didn't hear, it's from Shaun T. It's been a while. We are so excited for him to come back. So here's his promo video real quick, y'all.
We got work to do. Stay low, people. Aim high. Work. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, let's dig. We got work to do, people. It's about getting your mind right. You're going to transform your body. But this time, you're going to focus on your mind too. Conquer your mind, transform your life.
Oh, it just gives me goosebumps and it makes me want to be back at Indy. So that comes out, it says April. So it gets released in December, VIP access in January. Everybody else will have it in April. It is 6 weeks long. And they're following this new format where every workout's different. So you have that satisfaction on that last day that you did. And tell me like, oh, it's your 3rd week of doing Dirty 30. Congratulations. Let's listen to Autumn say the same joke again. Like you get that satisfaction. And I don't know if you guys noticed, it's with a step. Like it's all on a step. So it's 20 minutes. There will be a cool down and a cool up. Cool up. We're going to go with it. Prior. So that's not built into that 20 minutes. So you still have that cool up and that cool down. So that's FAQ 820. All right. We talked about that. We talked about that. Next things first, really quickly, guys. I told you I had a lot of information. Then we'll get into the good stuff. Success Club, or nope. Super Saturday. It is next weekend. So any of my girls that are in the Columbus area or surrounding, we have ours on Friday night. Jeff Matheson from Corporate is coming. If you go to FAQ 9792, you can look for all the locations. Y'all get to a Super Saturday. Get outside your comfort zone and go. I don't care if it makes you uncomfortable. Drink Energize. Have a shot of vodka. Whatever you need to do to get your butt in the door. you need to go. It's basically like a mini summit following summit. You got to get there. If you're serious about this business, you have to get to a Super Saturday. No ands, ifs, or buts about it. Now pretend I was like clapping in between each of those words because evidently that's the thing to do. Okay. We talked about Beat Your Best. We talked about Summit Shift Shop. Now we're going to roll into Summit. So really quick, y'all, all of this, you guys see this? It's all under the Coach Online office. Go check it out. And real quick, before we get into the rest of stuff, I just want to show you guys this real quick. So I don't know if you guys noticed in the team page, you probably saw the 500 bajillion notifications from yesterday. Mama Bear was super busy yesterday. I changed the way our group is, and it's now, I don't even know what's classified as, like a learning group. There's these units, okay, guys? So when you go to the team page, if you click on units, or if you go to the team page on your phone, I think it takes you straight to units. Your coaches can work through this. So there's a getting started unit. There's 8 things. They don't take much time, y'all. There's business builders. I'm still working on it. Right now there's 6 things, goals and expectations, and I even put the product training and I'm going to add stuff to it. So basically what you need is here, okay? Good with this? All right, let's talk about, oh, there's a comment. You're welcome, Daniela. I was busy in Starbucks. All right, let's talk about Summit. So I'm going to show you guys this video and why you need to be at Summit next year, and then we're going to dive into all the fun stuff that we like hit us, and just Summit was amazing this year. So next year's Summit is July 11th through the 14th. It's in India again. Super excited. You can already reserve your hotels if you want to go through the Beachbody travel. I'm at the Hampton. Evidently it's sold out on the Beachbody site come in July, because you can usually only book a year out. You may be able to book through their website. None of us were at the same hotel this year. I just like me and one other room was at a hotel. It's so close together. We got together a lot, but you'll find people to stay with. So don't be afraid that you won't be able to find a place to stay, because you will. So this video is from 2 summits ago, but I think it's going to give you all the feels and it's going to get you there. It gives me all the feels and I just want to go back. All right. Summit was pretty awesome this year. So Summit was in Indy, newsflash, in case you were like gone for all of last week. And that's again where I said, well, it'll be next year. So Summit has like 1 or 2 things happen. You either leave Summit super duper inspired, or somehow you were checked out the entire time you were there and you missed everything that happened. I don't know how that happens, but it happens. So this year was my Vegas, Nashville, New Orleans. This was my 5th Summit this year. And I did like, I don't know if you guys follow me on Insta stories, but I did like a walkthrough and like how each summit progressed. So my first summit was when it was in Vegas and we were teeny tiny. There may have been like 5,000 people there. Like we were so tiny, we all stayed in the same hotel. That's how tiny it was back then. And I remember I stayed with like a 60-year-old lady I had never met before, had no idea who she was. I needed a roommate. I remember she liked to like undress in front of me and air it all out. I was like, okay, cool, this is happening. But I went to Summit like knowing that I had to take in every moment that it was worth. Summit is not a vacation. It is like a business trip. It's a life-changing trip if you allow it to happen. And I allowed that to happen. I remember sitting at Summit, and I was a diamond coach when I went. And I saw these people walking across the stage, being recognized for a Premier, being recognized for Elite and Success Club All-Star and rank advancements, and hearing the stories of how their lives have changed. Like, we know how Beachbody can change your life, but when you hear those stories in person, it makes a huge difference. It just makes you realize what you can do with this business. And I remember sitting there, and I had my goal to quit my job by fall of 2015. And this was in June of 2014. And I knew I was going to make it happen. And I remember leaving Summit, and actually I texted my husband while we were there. I said, I don't care what we do. We got to figure this out because I'm all in. Like, this is it. This is what I want to do. And I was sitting in section 213. And I remember my husband's an accountant, y'all. Like, he does numbers. It's his thing. I remember him crunching numbers. He said, all right, you got to make 213 a month. That's all you need to make with Beachbody. Can I steal that water from you and you grab another one? Thank you. Appreciate it. There's the hubby. And I remember him saying you need to make 214 a month. If you can make 214 a month, you can quit your job. Done. I was already making 214 a month. That was already happening. I left Summit and I quit my job. Now, I'm not saying that happens with everybody. So don't go all quitting your jobs now right now. Okay, guys, calm down. I was in that place where I can make it happen. I was also in that place where I was only making $1,000 every 2 weeks, at my job. So but I remember said, next year I'll be Premier. Next year I will be recognized on that stage. And you mark my words, in 2015, there was 20 coaches with me. I went as one in 2014, and I went in 2015 with 20 coaches with me. I walked across the stage as a Premier 2-star Success Club All-Star that year. That's what Summit did for me. I took in every single moment, and I decided to make it happen. Sorry, my phone is going off like crazy. So before I share all my mushy details, you guys are going to hear from different coaches that went to Summit. They're going to go over any aha moments they had. They're going to go over why you need to be at next Summit. They got 6 minutes to each chat. And then I'm going to share with you guys my takeaways and probably a little bit mushy, inspiring, motivational stuff. So I'm just going to go through my list on my screen. And Jill, you're up first. Jill's like, oh boy. All right, Jill, take it away.
Am I good? All right.
You're good.
So this was my third Summit. And after I went to the first one, I was like, never again will I miss another one. Come hell or high water, I will get there. And I think by far, this is the Summit that I'm coming out of. If you saw my Insta story, the first thing I did was shout out to Ashley of, I'm going all in. I'm done. I'm done with the excuses. I'm done with life. I'm done with all the crazy stuff of getting in the way for me making this work for me. And I think that was part of the whole theme of Believe in You, because I think we all get in our own head. We all find reasons not to believe that we can do this, that we can be successful in this, that we can reach our goals. And we think of every reason that we can't, or things that are going to get in the way. And I'm just sick and tired of doing that. And I think Ashley can attest to this, that I am the first person that lets life get in the way, no matter what. It could be like a bee stung me, and I have to put my business on the back burner. I'm not even lying. So that was a big thing for me. And out of the training wise, I think for me, one moment was, we always hear find your niche, find your brand, find your avatar, whatever the terminology is. And I'm pretty sure since day one, I'm I don't have a niche. I don't know what I am. I would ask people what do you think of when you think of me? And aside from loud and obnoxious, that's pretty much all I get. Or I dance. It's cool. I'm okay with that. But they kind of talked to us. I can't even remember whose training it was, but it was talking to us and saying to take that terminology and kind of throw it out the window and not just focus on your ideal coach or who you are and finding people just like you, but kind of looking at your phase of life. So not focusing on she has blonde hair and she does this, but I'm single, I have a full-time job, I'm, and kind of how that can work with it, and finding people that are kind of in a similar phase with me. For me, it's hard to be hey, you're a stay-at-home mom of 3, and how do you juggle life? Because I don't have 3 kids. I don't stay at home. I can't really relate to that. So it's finding kind of where people are in my life phase with me. And I found, surprisingly, I have a lot of friends. If you saw my post in the group today on Facebook, I have a ton of friends that are in the same phase of life as me that I'm like, I should actually invite them, because I apparently didn't know I was friends with like 600 plus people that I have never once talked to about Beachbody. So eye-opening experience if y'all want to do that. It's tedious, but it's worth it. So that was my kind of biggest thing, I think, with the training, because that's something I have struggled from day one with. Other than that, like, be there next year. I don't care if you start saving pennies today to get to Indiana next year. Don't miss it, because every year I've learned something. Every year I say this is the best year yet. And then like the next year happens and I'm like, holy shit, mind blown. Like there's so much more information. And it kind of keeps you up with the times, because if you think about like when I was training and learning things, like Instagram, I think changed like in the week since we came back from Indiana. Like I literally am on it. I was like, what is this? So these things are constantly changing. So if we're focusing on what we learned 2 years ago, it's not going to work right now. So it's kind of like nice to keep learning and up to date from people that are really being successful, and hearing the coaches that are really successful be like, I've been here 3.5 years. So have I. So if somebody else that's been here 3.5 years can get up on stage and win like a big award, why can't I? And it's really like, you can. There's no reason I can't. So just believe. But I'm going to go with the end it with the summit of believe in you and believe in you can do this. Yeah.
If you think you know a loud person, you have not met Jill Kelly yet. I'm just saying. We were at the Success Club party, and I was like, I do not know her. I am not her upline. She is not with me. I am not accepting her as my own. But I really do love Jill. But Jill has been to 3 summits, and Jill will tell you, and I'll tell Jill. Every year she's like, I'm all in. And like she said, she'll literally be like, a bee stung me, Ashley. I have to back out of the business for a month. I'm like, all right. Like, that's how Jill is. And I could see. So my favorite thing about summit going, guys, is obviously, like, I'm a little bit different. And I'll share that in a little bit later, because I've gone through so many, is I like seeing it through my coach's eyes. I get to see you guys grow. I get to see you guys soak up everything. And I've heard Jill say before, like, I'm all in. But I know without a doubt, and Jill also knows that if she beats me again this year, I know where I will come find her. But I could tell something clicked. Something happened at this summit. And I remember another coach saying that was maybe it was one of the trainings or something. And she basically said she remembers sitting at Summit and something clicked. And she decided it was time to either do it or just accept that this is where she's at and this is where she was going to go. So thank you, Jill. Appreciate it. I don't even know if my girls wanted to talk. So if you're at Summit and you want to talk, do you want to just let me know? Like, raise your hand. Ashley, let's talk. Ashley, where are you? And you can take more than 6 minutes. It's still early. So go for it, Ashley.
Oh, okay. Well, Indy was my first summit and I was overwhelmed. Like, I just walked in and I was like, holy crap. I'm a super emotional person, so I cried or teared up like at every single training. I was like, yes. But so a couple of things, like when Ashley was asking for when to talk, I was like, yes, of course. So I was going through my notes and I have a couple of things that like really clicked for me. One of them was that this is your business. Like, this is all on you. If it's not working, then like you have to own up and take responsibility for that. For instance, Ashley has a Dash to Diamond or Road to Diamond group. And every week she's like, okay, where are your BATs, your business activity trackers? And every week, at least for me personally, I'm like, oh crap. And I'm like, just like trying to fill it out right before I send it to her. Like, oh yeah, here's my BAT. Like that's not getting me anywhere. And for me personally, I'm going to be on that stage next year. I'm going to be walking across. And sorry, gosh, see, I told you I'm emotional. And I just have like big goals. So I'm like, I got to treat this like a business. And to go along with that, the compensation plan, I know when we talk about money or figures, like it gets kind of like sketchy, like, oh, we're in it to help people. Like, yeah, we're in it to help people, but like, this is a business. Like, I want to make this like my full-time job. I want to make this like my business. So, with the compensation plan, like if you were getting a full-time job, you would know what your benefits are, what your salary is. Like when, I think it was Chelsea Pearson, when she was like, does anybody know what the compensation plan is for Beachbody? I was like, no, like Success Club is good, commissions are good, like I don't know. And I was like, I need to take ownership for that. Like I want the coaches under me, I want my coaches to know that this is a business and that you can make it work full time for you. But you got to know that knowledge and you got to have that information behind you, just like this was any other job. Another thing is to kind of piggyback off what Jill was saying, is that like I am the type of person, I follow a lot of these like coaches on Instagram, like the top 10, the elite coaches, all of that stuff. And so like I would like fangirl anytime I would see them in person. And I think like something that was just like, they are normal people just like us. Like a lot of these coaches, like they were like emerald or they were like ruby at their first summit, and then something clicked and they were just like, I'm going to go all in, like I'm going to make this work for me. I think that really was just like, why not me? Like they are just like I am. Like they struggle, they have real jobs, they have like military wives, they go through deployments. Like these are real people and they're making it work. It's not like some secret pill, it's not like some secret like strategy or whatever. Like these are like real people who just decided like failure is not an option, I'm gonna go all in. And that to me was just like, gosh, like I can do that, like I can totally do that. I remember hearing one of the coaches, she said she was emerald in 1 year she made it to an elite team. Or like for instance Emily Favre, I forgot, she was like a 2-star, and in like months she was like a 15-star, and something insane. Like these are just like regular people just like us, and they just decided like failure is not an option. And another thing that they were saying is like the worst case isn't that like you just quit, like, oh, it didn't work for me. Worst case is like you don't know what could have happened if you didn't quit. If you just like stuck in the hard times, like for instance, I almost quit in January, and in March or April I hit diamond. Like who would have known? Like who would have thought that would have happened? Not me, not by any means. And like just don't quit on yourself. And again, that goes with the theme of Summit, like believe in you, because you never know where you could be. And then I have more stuff to say, shocking. Another thing is to have goals and visions for yourself, not only like physically or in your business, but just like in all aspects of your life. A lot of times things get really hard, and like this past month has been really hard for me. And when I think back, it's because I stopped writing out my goals and I stopped having them in front of me every single day. So when things get hard, you need to look back at your goals and reconnect to that why, like why you started in the first place, what it is that's going to keep you pushing forward when things get hard. Because literally something that every coach from top 10 to like the very newest coach right now, they have all gone through hard things. And the people who are still at the same spot, let those problems, let those struggles define them. The people who are at the top worked through those and they got past them and they dug their heels in and they said, I'm not going to quit. I'm going to figure out a way. And that's kind of like, you know, if you're at a crossroad right now, you have two choices. You can let that define you, or you can push past it and say, I'm not going to quit. I'm going to give it everything that I have. Because not only like, how could it affect your family, but just think like, I was talking to Melissa and she was saying, you know, she's not really in it for the money, and that's amazing. But like, what if one of your challengers won the Beachbody Challenge, that $100,000 or even $500? Like, how could that affect their family? And when you think about it like that, like, y'all, if you just take one step outside, like people need us, people need what we have. And that just like lights me up seeing the Beachbody Challenge participants and seeing how it's affected them, like health and fitness, like it all connects in your relationships as a mom and a dad, with your spouse, like it all connects. And just like seeing that firsthand and being around that, like Oh, I'm getting goosebumps. Like I could probably like just sob my eyes out right now. But it's just incredible. And like you have to be there. I promise you. Like I said in January, I almost quit, but y'all, I am in it for the long haul. Like this is amazing. And they rolled out the red carpet. It's so much fun. It's so much fun. And I'm sick now, but it was worth it. It was completely worth it. So that's what I have to say.
Can I just say you're screwed if you ever get pregnant? Like if you're emotional now, you're
Oh my gosh,
the
I
dog's
know.
gonna spill their food and you're like, ah! Like they're gonna like screw up your fries. Like you're just gonna lose it. Like every single
Could be bad. Yeah.
But Ashley is an example that you're on this call and you're like an in between of like that path A and that path B, and I'm talking about like what's in the units. Ashley started off as a discount coach. Like I don't know if you guys know that. I don't even know how Ashley found each other. Probably through Instagram. I'm not. I wouldn't be surprised. And she was a discount coach for the longest time. And this is why we don't write off discount coaches, because look where Ashley's at now. And this is also why we check in with our coaches. Ashley was doing amazing last year, and then something happened and she just kind of fell off. But one thing she never quit doing is she never quit being consistent with posting her workouts. Like I remember I messaged Emily Albrecht one day and I was like, all right, I don't know what Bearwald's doing. She's posting her workouts, but she's not working the business. Like, I don't know what to do. And I finally just literally called her out one day in June. I said, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing with your business? This is something that you wanted. Where are you at? And I remember she's like, I got to talk to Todd, which I love that Todd, that's her husband, is super respective and he obviously appreciates her, but like he's with her in this. And I remember she said, I'm in. And the next month she's my mini me, y'all. Cause the next month she hit Success Club like 20 something. And that happened to me 4 years ago. And I got my diamond back and Ashley hit diamond. Like she's my mini me and we happen to have the same name. So it's pretty much meant to be. But that just goes to show you if you stick in this for the long haul, or if you're sitting back and you're like, I'm just a discount coach, you're not just a discount coach. You're like, you are not allowing yourself to be at your full maximum potential. So I'll leave it with that. Anna, I know you don't like to talk, but she's rolling her eyes at me. Anna, would you talk from a standpoint as Anna calls herself a discount coach. So I don't know if you guys know this about Anna. Anna has not lost her rank in 2 years. She's probably the only coach on this team that I can say has never lost her emerald rank once she's gained her emerald rank. She's getting me worked up. When Anna says, I'm just a discount coach, I'm like, no, Anna, you are not. Just don't yell at me. I will find her. She is not just a discount coach, but I'll let her believe what she wants to believe. I will let her do it because that's cool. But Anna comes to every single summit. Anna comes to every team retreat that she can make it to. Anna gets to every event that she can make it to. So Anna, will you speak from a standpoint of somebody that maybe isn't necessarily all in? I use bunny ears because I'll let her think what she wants to think. As a lifer, as like, this is your community, this is your family, and why you need to be at Summit. I love you. Thank you. You're unmuted.
Thanks. A little right now. Honestly, I feel like I am a discount coach. I call myself a discount coach. Ashley screams at me. I don't care. I'm still a discount coach. But there's just something about Summit that even though I don't dive into it like a lot of y'all do, you have to just be there. I mean, the day that I get back, I literally start saving my money for next year. I don't care. Just like Jill said, if it's pennies, if it's $10 here, $5, I save my money because I want to make sure that I'm there. If you've never experienced, you have to experience it. At least one time, give yourself that one chance. And as long as you give yourself that one chance, then if you decide, oh, this isn't for me, okay, then it's not. But don't give up on yourself. I can't even read any of this. Y'all are throwing me off. Anyway, but seriously, I mean, Beachbody, the programs, I got in it for my own self due to my depression and just things that I was going through. I'm a very private person. I don't share a lot. I do share my workouts on videos, but I'm just a very private person, so I keep a lot to myself. But finding Beachbody gave me a new life, and I didn't even start it till 3 years ago. In 2014 or whatever year we're in, I don't even remember. But I did it because I honestly felt like I did it for me because I was scared of dying. I'll be perfectly honest with you. My fear was dying at a young age. So I had to give myself life back. And when I discovered Beachbody, I dove in, I did the programs, and I'm still in it. Doing my Shakeology, but for me, my workouts are my life. It's a new breath of life, I should say. So if nothing else, it's an experience for everybody, but you've got to go. I mean, just experience one time, if nothing else, so you can say you've been there and you've done that. So there.
Damn it, Anna, I'm not an emotional person. You got Jill crying, Alicia's crying in the corner. Anna's a life. Like, Anna will never leave us. Anna's my little, I call her my little grandmother, and I just want to put her in my back pocket. And everybody needs an Anna in their life. Everybody needs an Anna. I'm surprised Anna didn't say you got to go for the core. Like,
oh my gosh. Okay, look, that's the only reason okay, that's two reasons. I saved to go and I saved for core, period. And
core was like the Black Friday of Beachbody.
Always pack an extra tote bag in your suitcase so that you can go home. You're going over there with one suitcase, you come home with two. Every time.
It is true. The first time she went to core, she's like, I think she went back like 7 times that year.
I did.
Thank you, Anna. Does anybody else want to share? I don't want to force anybody to share if they don't want to share that went to Summit. And the reason I want you guys to hear from other coaches that went to Summit besides me is you could listen to me all day, and most of the time what I say is going to go through one ear and out the other. Like, I'm like a parent to some of you guys. Like, it's true. I remember a coach saying in the training, I literally, in one of the trainings, she was saying everything I have said that I said on calls. And I saw the coaches and all of y'all on this call, all of my coaches, and they're like, oh yeah, that makes sense. I need to do that. I'm like, are you effing kidding me? I just talked to you about this like 2 weeks ago on an Instagram call. So sometimes y'all need to hear from other people besides me. I'm like the mom that's one ear and out the other. So are any of my other coaches that went to Summit, do any of you guys want to chat? I know there's a couple of you. If not, no obligation. If so, then I will continue on. Tatiana, is that you raising your hand? Or Katie raising her hand? Both of you? We'll go with Tatiana, and then I'll go to Katie. Tatiana, where's Chuck?
He just
we
walked.
love Anna too.
He just walked into the kitchen. Did you hear him?
What did he say?
He said, "We love Anna too."
Everybody
said, "We love Anna too."
If someone doesn't love Anna, then I don't think they can be on our team. Just kidding. All right, go ahead, Tatiana.
For me, it was just awesome being at Summit. It was my first Summit also. So much to learn, especially with all the workshops and like the keynote speakers. So everything was great. I feel like the most impactful thing for me was actually on closing ceremonies. When I saw the challenger that won, who had PCOS and the insulin resistance and the prediabetes, because that's what I have and that's what I struggle with to lose weight. So it just really impacted me and really put it in perspective, like, hey, there are literally other people out there with the same conditions you have that are able to lose weight. So I got almost like a fitness and health boost out of it, more so than business. And I just feel like it really spurred me on. And I think it just came at the perfect time, because I don't know if everybody saw, but I put in the team page that I actually just got diagnosed with high blood pressure today, and I'm only 25. So I feel like kind of going to Summit and being around the atmosphere and environment with all those people and just seeing everyone there for their health, for their fitness, to help other people, and to see someone else's story that was really similar to mine and see that they did make it through. And yeah, it did take a lot of hard work, but it kind of gave me that comfort. And I feel like it's going to help me in the long run and be able to help me kind of get myself together and push me through like this hurdle that I was just given right after Summit. So that was kind of my takeaway.
Tatiana, why should people go to Summit? Or
I feel like
for either one.
He just ran downstairs because he's actually going to go work out.
Good for you.
But yeah, I feel like Summit is just something that, kind of like Anna's saying, you just have to experience. Even if you're not necessarily working the business, I mean, it's great to meet everyone in person. And I feel like it really gives you that sense of community, saying like, hey, I actually met them in person. I know who they are. And it's not like oh, you're only behind a screen. And it kind of takes out that impersonal part of being behind the screen. And I just feel like it kind of gives you a bigger like perspective on Beachbody as a company and kind of what they value and what they stand for. And the people that are in the top, you know, and what they did and their struggles and how they want to help people. And I just feel like it gives you more of like a community and a bigger perspective.
I completely agree. And I remember someone saying, I don't know who it was, there was a lot of us there. I remember someone saying, like, I thought it was going to be awkward, like meeting everybody for the first time, but it wasn't. And I think a big part of that has to do with you guys getting on team calls and being active in the challenge groups together and being active on the team page, because we know one another when we see each other through the screen. Mm-hmm. But Summit just, and any team event, whether you can make it to the retreat or Summit or any event that like we're together, like you already know the people. But it makes it more real. They're no longer your internet friends. Like, we're real life people. So thank you, Tatiana. Mm-hmm. All right, Katie, I'm going to pass it off to you. Is that Dante with you, Katie?
Jedi.
Oh.
There she is.
Oh, she. Sorry.
Yeah. I have another cat, Dante. He's around here somewhere, but she's very friendly and going to be walking past my face.
Okay, I saw Tatiana's dog like going past the screen. I'm like, well, hello there.
Yeah, anytime I like go live or anything, I'm like, you will probably see my children and at least one cat. And here she goes again. But speaking from the perspective of someone who's like, I guess just put my toe in the business here and there. I haven't I've run some challenge groups, and I've told people before, like, it's challenging, ironically, for me to run a challenge group because of how I got into this business, which, as Ashley knows, I was randomly assigned. I didn't have a coach. I didn't do a challenge group. I wasn't on social media. So then to just hop in and be like, you need to be running challenge groups. You need to be doing all this. I was like, I don't even know what that means. Like, I didn't do challenge groups. I don't know that. So for me, it's a whole different learning experience because I came into this thing very differently. And I told some people, like, I remember because, until BOD came out, you're working out with the DVDs, and they would have on the DVDs, they would have an advertisement for Coach Summit. And they would show like Tony in like a suit and Shalene and all these people. And I remember saying to my husband, it would be cool just 1 year to go to that. Like, I don't even really know what that is, but these programs that have like changed our lives and made a difference, it would just be cool to go there. So I've always wanted to go. And Ashley and the girls last year, I'll tell you, I was just like that one random person they didn't really know that's like, I'm going. And they're like, okay. So last year I drove and I went by myself, and it was a small group, and I remember like my family being like, do you even know who you're staying with? And I'm like, yeah, totally. Have you met in person? Sure. Yeah. Whatever, to help them sleep at night.
I'm going to interrupt her real quick. We call her Debbie. It's an insight. But her flights got all screwed. She lives near me. New Orleans was last year at 14 hours. Her flight got canceled, and she drove in the next day 14 hours solo. I don't even know if I would have done that. That is dedication. Okay.
So, they call me Debbie because, like I said, and I introduced myself on the team page, if you scroll like way back in BOD, like you go back, way back, you'll find Debbie. She's in the library, people. She's Slim and Six. And if you want, like, if you're drunk one night or whatever, you just need a good laugh, like, you pull up one of those workouts and you enjoy it. But yeah, I bought her workout program off of an infomercial after I had my first child like 9 years ago. Anyway, so I go to Summit. I went to Summit with the perspective of I just want to dive deeper. And I told my husband, I came home, I'm like, I don't know. Honestly, I was like, I'm a teacher and I love my job. I was like, and every job pisses you off. But I was like, I don't know what this means. I said, all I know is I'm passionate about it and I believe in the company and I believe in the products. And I told him, I was like, so I don't know. I was like, I'm trying to find out what that means for me and what I want to do with that information and how I want to share that. And I have started a couple of conversations with some girls. And I also come from a perspective of like my husband is the only person in my family that is encouraging and supportive of this. So like when I post on Facebook, I have to like exclude like immediate family because they just send criticism my way. So I'm trying to find a way to work it without like them sitting and be like, we're worried about you. We think you have a problem because you're the only one who's healthy in this family, So I'm just trying to find my path. But all I know is like Summit is amazing. Like I said, I went down there by myself. Like I was like this random person that nobody really knew. I wasn't. And we left like best friends. And this year we all roomed together again and it was awesome. So it's definitely an experience worth, like Anna said, saving your money for and making it a priority. Because even if you're not working the business, you still get you just get a lot out of it. Personal development, great speakers, all that good stuff.
And I think what Katie said at the end is the most important. Even if you're not working the business, I think sometimes we think like you have to be the all-inners, the legacy builders to be at Summit. And that's not true because even if you get one thing out of it, you'll get the sense of community and you'll know that you always have people that have your back. And I remember my husband, he's sitting behind the computer. He's like, so who's Katie? I'm like, I don't know, but we'll find out. And she's our favorite person. No offense to the other three that was that.
Team Bill.
We loved her and we fell in love and she was awesome. And now she's Debbie. And that's something that you get out of Summit. Like you find people that you would not have known prior, you would have not connected with. And like, I always say this, like, even if some of you quit, I would hope that we would still be friends. And you'll find that at Summit. You'll find that with the people that go. Because anybody that went to Summit this year and really anybody that's on the team, like if you quit because this wasn't for you and we've had a deep connection, we'll still be friends. And that's a big part of Summit for me as well. All right, Brad, I'm coming. Ember, where are you? So this year we had 3 husbands. My husband's been to this was his 4th Summit. He was on daddy duty and he rocked it. And then Chuck was there, which is Tatiana's husband, and Brad was there, which was Ember's husband. This is the first year that we've had more husbands than my own. We had one come one year and he didn't go to anything. And Chuck and Brad went to everything, which I thought was pretty freaking awesome. I'll let Brad talk and then I'll chime in after Brad's done talking. All right, Brad, you're good.
Okay, I just wanted to say that, like, from the perspective of, like, a spouse, because I don't know what he's going to say right now, but last time I went to Summit, he thought that it was, like, a waste of money, honestly, and he's like, you don't need to go to Summit, that's a waste of money, and he just didn't know. So, like, do you think it's a waste of money now that you've been there?
No, I thought it was pretty awesome. Like, that's the biggest support group I've ever seen from people. Like, I'm pretty shy, but I don't like to take pictures of myself or do videos of workouts, but being around all you guys, it really made me feel like I actually can do this and try to post more and get out of my comfort zone, especially when, like, the big workout there, I was starting to slow down and was hurting, but then I think it was Ashley and a couple other people cheering me on. So even though I'm, like, dying and probably still hurting, it was pretty awesome because, like, I don't have a lot of support from my family with things, and no matter what I do is pretty stupid. And, like, being vegan, probably like 80%, my family shits on me for that. So I don't know. It's just really nice to have a good support group, and to actually meet everybody in real life was pretty awesome too.
I remember during the super workout, Brad was like saying, I'm like, Brad, do a squat. Like they literally were having us do 1,200, 553,000. That's not a number.
Yeah, that was a
Probably
lot.
like making fun of me. Squats. But I've known Ember for a while. Ember's been following me for a while. So I don't know if you guys know Ember's story, but Ember was on a previous team. She was actually on a top 10 team. And she made the decision, which is not an easy decision to make because she was a Ruby ranked coach, well on the brink of Diamond. She made the decision to quit the team that she was on, wait 6 months, and rejoin underneath me. And I remember I met her 2 summits ago, and she gave me this sweet letter, and I still have it. And she was a coach, and she found me. But I remember her telling me, like, my husband's not sure about this. Like, he's not going to let me order Shakeology. I don't know if that was necessarily what she's going to say, but it's along the lines or something like that.
Yeah,
And
I'm pretty cheap sometimes.
it's okay. My husband's the same way. He's like, do we need a new bed? Our mattress is 20 years old. We can get another 20 years out of it. But I remember Ember saying that. So seeing a spouse come and walk away and introduce himself in our team page and be at the trainings, not just have a summit ticket and go out and drink or go eat or just sit in the hotel room, but be at the things, that's a huge thing. Like that is a big thing. And when you have your spouse on board, I think it pretty much makes it so much easier for you to work into this business, whether it's a spouse or a significant other. And seeing Brad and Chuck there, it made my heart happy because I know they support their wives. I know that they understand this team, and I know that they support Beachbody, and I know they'll be there next year because they understand what this is all about. Ember, what is your Instagram name? I'm trying to tag you in a video.
It's Fierce and Fearless, or Fierce Fearless Vegan. Yeah, that's it.
Coming up. Okay, thank you. Go ahead.
Yeah, and like, man, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I started following you in 2013 when you were doing Turbo Fire, and but the biggest thing with the spouse thing, because like when I first signed up with Beachbody, he thought it was like a waste of money, and he thought it was a pyramid scheme, and he thought like that, you know, because I was spending all this time trying to help people and I wasn't getting anything out of it because I get all these people bailing. And then I was part of the team before that, there was all kinds of drama and stuff like that. But the biggest thing with like Beachbody as a whole is that I was consistent, and I always did Beachbody. Like whether I actually went through like 3 coaches before I signed up with Ashley since 2013.
Hey, don't go work.
Yeah, say bye.
Bye, everybody. I got to go work on my other side business.
But I think the big, oh no. Jill, watch. Oh, he was oh no. Brad apparently likes to twerk. But yeah, the biggest thing is that being consistent. So like, even though I quit as a coach and I signed up as a coach and I quit as a coach, Brad's like, what the heck are you doing? Like, you know, stop. And then, but I was like, no, like, I don't want to give up. And then I give up, and then I don't want to give up. But being consistent is basically like, he knows like no matter what, even if I'm not coaching or I am, I'm like Beachbody, like I live Beachbody, and I will never not do Beachbody. And he just sees that since 2013, I've been doing Beachbody programs. And now since he came to Summit, he's like, he sees how real it is. And as soon as they announced like where the next summit was, he's like, yeah, we got to buy our tickets and we got to go. Like, he's like, we should get our friends to come. Like, we got to get everybody. And he's like, thought it was so much fun. And he just like loved everybody. And he wrote up this little like thing. I actually saved it. Oh, I'm gonna read it quick before I stop talking. But it was really cute, and I saved it. And I know, like, and I saved it because he wasn't like this before about Beachbody. He's like, love you. I had the most amazing time with you, and everyone and people, including me, felt so amazing. Thank you for bringing me, and I will do what I can to help you. Maybe more couples workouts and live videos. And then he's like, I want to help you grow it any way I can. And he was never like that until he went to Summit.
I love it. It makes me so happy. And that's how my husband was. I'm not saying you guys need to bring your spouses next year. I'm not saying that you need to do that. But that's how Bill was when he came. He knew what Beachbody could do. And I had quit my job by then, so he obviously knew what Beachbody could do. But I think he really saw what Beachbody could do once he went to that summit with me. So even it helps with the spouses and the husbands. So if you did not get to talk tonight, because it's already 9:30, and I'm going to share my stuff, and if you want to record what I'm about to record and then edit it, you can. But if you went to summit and you didn't get to share tonight, will you please go live in the team page? I'm talking to some other people. They know who they are. I don't know if I'll be calling people out, Janet, Laura. They're like, what, huh? And talk about your experience and why you need to be there. Because so this year, okay, so last year, guys, we had 4 people. 4. This past year, we had 17 people. I want to triple that number next year. I want there to be so many people there that we can't do a team dinner. We have to do like a pizza social somewhere. Like, that's what I want. So I want you all to get your tickets. So I'm going to share some of my tidbits. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of inspiration, and then I'll let you guys know about the pricing, and then we're going to let it go at that. So like I said, this is my 5th summit, guys, that I have gone to. And every year I take a little bit away, every single year. But this year, this year was really different for me. And I was texting Jill. We were in the same row during closing. My daughter was being super feisty, fighting sleep like none other, and Bill had to go back to the hotel room with her. And I don't know why, but it made me super emotional not having him by my side. Like, Bill is my rock. He's the person that, like, when I like doubt myself, he's like, no, you can do it. Or when he's like, that may be too big of a lofty goal, and I'm like, no, it's not. Like, he's my person. And so he couldn't be with me at closing. And for some reason, that was really tough on me. Like, I actually texted Jill and I'm like, why am I crying right now? Like, we're watching somebody singing a song from The Greatest Showman. Like, why am I crying? And I remember saying, like, it's hard not having Bill here. It's hard not having him at this closing ceremonies or in these trainings with me. And I don't remember what her text said. I saved it. But I remember her saying, like, it is an epic song. But I remember her saying something along the lines of, like, this summit was different for you. Like, your why is sleeping in a hotel room right now. Your why has been with you during the trainings. Like, I literally rocked her to sleep during some trainings and held her until my arm was numb at the end of opening ceremonies. Having Evelyn there this year made a huge impact on me. And she doesn't know anything about it. Like, she just thought all of her friends came to visit her, and all 20,000 coaches were there to say hi to her. Like, she thought it was her mini fan club. But this summit reminded me that, like, I can do this. Like, every summit I walk away, like, I'm going to be on that stage next year. I'm going to be an elite coach. Like, I'm going to be a new rank. And I haven't been on the stage in 2 years. I haven't rank advanced. I haven't done anything new in the next 2 years. And it is her mini fan club, Daniela. She misses it. She's like, where are my fans? Why isn't anybody saying hi to me? Shoot. See, this is why I can't look at the chat. But I walked away this summit knowing that this is plan A. There is no plan B. Too often we go into this business and we're like, I'm going to give it 6 months. How many of you have told me I'm going to give it 6 months, and if it doesn't work in 6 months, I'm going to quit? Yeah, I got at least a couple of my girls raising their hands. You're already giving yourself an out before you've even started. You're already saying, like, it's okay to fail. You are giving yourself a plan B. And when you give yourself a plan B, you're okay when you don't hit your goal. You're okay when you don't hit success goal. You're okay when you don't rank advance. You're okay when X, Y, and Z doesn't happen, because you've given yourself an out. This is my plan A. This is my only plan A. Sometimes I'm really lax on myself, and I'm like, you know what? I've been in this business for 5.5 years. Like, we can't be an elite team. I can't rank advance. Like, I can't go any further. And I get into my own head, and I'm allowing myself to get into my own head. I'm allowing myself to be like, it's okay if you don't hit this goal. It's okay if we don't hit elite. It's okay if we don't hit premier. Like, it's okay if I miss out on this goal. And I'm giving myself an out. And I can't do that anymore. Like, my daughter depends on it. Like, my family depends on it. Yes, we have another business, but this is my plan A. There is no plan B. This has to work. And I will do everything in my power to make this work because I have an adorable little girl upstairs that is counting on me to be there for her. I have my husband who's sitting behind the screen and I can't look at him because it'll distract me, that is counting on me to make this work. This is my only plan A. So I am giving you guys permission to make this your plan A and only your plan A. If you love your job, that is awesome. I am not saying that you have to go out and you have to give your notice and you have to quit your job. But what would an extra $5,000 a year do for you and your family? Could you pay off debt? Could you travel? Could you go to Summit and not even worry about it making a dent in your paycheck? Could you quit living paycheck to paycheck? Could you order your Shakeology every single month? Could you help change one life if the money doesn't matter? Could you help somebody lose 50 pounds, 100 pounds, feel good about themselves, get off their anxiety medicine, get off their blood pressure medicine, get off whatever medicine they need to be on? I give you permission to make this your plan A and go all in. And I'm not saying just saying, I'm going to go all in and then you disappear next month. If you're going all in, you got to go all in. You got to do this like your life depends on it, that your challenger's life depends on it, because you honestly do not know whose life may depend on this. Tomorrow, you may walk into your job and be handed a termination letter and be like, by the way, I'm so sorry, we got to let you go. What are you going to do? You have this standing right in front of you, and you can make something out of this. If you give yourself permission, if you let fear get the heck out of your own head and you just decide to go all in, and not you, I'll give you permission. You can go half in, okay? If you want to be a community builder on plan B, you can go half in. But you got to believe in yourself. I believe in you. The team believes in you. You have an entire team that has your back. Like, I don't know if you know this. So one of our coaches lost their mom the day we got to Summit. Like, literally, the phone call, the moment we got to Summit, she lost her mom. That's not easy. That's hard. Like, that's probably the worst phone call you can ever get, that you've lost a parent. And she had her family. Jill and I were there hugging her in an instant. Like, we had a milkshake ready for her. We helped her get drunk that night because that's what she needed. If she would not have been in Indy in that moment, who knows what it would have been like for her. She even came back. She went home. She helped with the funeral arrangements. She came back because she needed that community. She might not have gotten a single thing out of any single training while she was there, but she had 20 ladies, 15 and 2 guys, that had her back, that were there for her the entire time she was there. You have a family, y'all. You do. Whether you want to make a business out of this, whether you want to consider yourself a discount coach for the next 20 years, and I'm looking at you, you've got a family. If you allow yourself to open up, if you allow yourself to get past that fear and get to know your team and be active and get to events and get to Summit, you can do this. I give you permission, but you got to believe in yourself. So that's what I got out of Summit. Like, and I'm sure there was trainings, and you don't need to hear what I got out of trainings because we'll talk about them. But it made me realize, like, there is no plan B. This is plan A. And Ember said something in the team page. I don't know what she said. Something like, I really think this was like a life, like this was a changing moment. It's no like secret that our teams had it tough. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you cry. I love you. It's no secret that our team had it tough last year. Like, it's no secret. And I truly believe, and I've heard it from coaches, y'all. I've heard it all. I've heard everything in the past 5.5 years. I've heard like it, literally it all. Like, a bee stung me. I have to step back. Or you would be shocked. But I hear all the time from coaches, like, I'm all in. I'm going to make it happen. I've heard times again, I'm going to hit diamond, and then they quit the next week. Like, I've heard it. But I can truly say without a doubt in my heart that some of you that are saying, like, I'm all in, that I'm going to be diamond, that I'm going to be walking across that stage next year, I know you are. I know it's going to happen. Something clicked with this team. Something changed within this team. And even if you weren't at Summit, I think you got bit by the bug. Like, I think you got bit by the bug and you saw what can happen. Where was I going with this? I don't know. We can do epic things. We can make the rest of this year count. We got 6 months left of this year, and we can make it count. But it starts with us, and it starts with us going all in. And if you say you're going to go in, you got to do it. when you want to quit, you got to reach out to your upline. I don't care if I'm like your great-great-grandfather upline. It's an inside joke from Summit. Reach out to me. I'm always a phone call away. I prefer if you text me. I usually don't answer on phone calls. I'm always a phone call away, though. But I give you permission. I give you permission to go after everything you've always ever wanted. So that's what Summit did for me. So I'm going to give you guys a call to action. Because what would a team call be without a call to action? And I simply just want you to post in the team page, and I'm not going to hunt you down because that's not my job. I want you to post in the team page what you got out of tonight's call, because tonight's call wasn't a training. Tonight's call was completely different than usually what we do. And I want you to know, oh, yay, I recorded it too. I'm going to upload it to IGTV, whatever that is. Instagram changing a week after we leave Summit. I'm just saying. I want you to post in the team page what you got out of this call. And I want you to post, sorry, I'm thinking of this on the top of my head. If you're going to post, you're going to go all in. Like, you got to mean it. Because I'll start doing one-on-ones with you. Like, I will work with you every single week, and we will hit those goals, and we will make it happen. And if you want to walk across that stage next year, we'll get you across that stage. So I need to know, if you're all in, or you can be half in, either one of those two, and what your 6-month goals are. So I need you guys to think about this. Like, I don't want you guys just going and posting in the team page tonight. Like, I need you to think about it. And if you already know your goals, that's cool. Like, you can post tonight. So I want to know what you got out of this call. And then the other two are optional, because I don't want to like discount my discount coaches. I hate that term. So what you got out of this call, what your 6-month goals are, and if you're all in, half in, and what I can do to help. Okay, so guys, get your Summit ticket. I got my lodging, and don't worry about lodging. You will find a place. I promise we'll find you a room. I don't care if we have to put in an air mattress. We'll find you rooms. We'll find rooms. We have extra rooms every single year. I think Jen Steiner's got like 3 hotels at various places right now. You'll find roommates, and everybody's like, well, how much should I budget for? This year, a hotel room for some of the girls cost them $240 for 4 nights. Your hotel space, your ticket to Summit, which is $130 discounted until July 9th. Give or take $100 for food, and that's like really overshooting it because I don't even think we spent that much on food. Core and transportation. I don't know. I don't budget. So if you went to Summit and you want to post in the team page what you think you need to budget, I don't budget. I'm just like, here's a credit card. My husband loves that so much. I'd probably say like $1,000. I probably said no. Bill says down. Okay, Bill says half that. Well, we don't fly though, but I'm talking flights. Yeah, okay, see? So I'm just gonna do some quick math for you guys, and then I'm gonna let you guys go. That's 20 challenge packs between now and next July. 20 challenge packs between next to July. You guys can do that, right? Like 20 challenge, that's 20 people. You can do that because you're supposed to be helping 3 a month. You can do that. Okay, so that's what I'm leaving you guys with. Get your Summit tickets. They go off promo on July 9th. Hannah budgets $1,000 for core. True story. Thank you guys for hopping on this call. I will get the recording up by tomorrow night. Please give me a little bit of time. But before you even start thinking about July, you need to finish this month strong. I want all of you on the board in some way, shape, or form with Success Club points. Whether you need to help one person or whether you want to help 3 to lock in Success Club, I don't care. But I want you to prove to yourself, and I want you to show yourself that you can do this and help one person get started. And then we'll worry about July. All right, you guys have a good night. Thanks for hopping on, and I'll see you guys next week. Good night, guys.